All the claims of the church presidents and apostles that the 6th of April is the date of the birth of Jesus Christ rely on one source, the first verse of section 20 of the Doctrine and Covenants. These brethren believe that this is a direct statement made by Jesus Christ to his people concerning the date of his birth. Unfortunately, this position cannot be maintained. The first verse of section 20 is not part of the revelation, nor are these the words of Jesus Christ. Instead, the first 4 verses of section 20 are a narrative produced by Joseph Smith. The Joseph Smith papers explain that even before the organization of the church, Joseph began the practice of keeping a record of the church, including attaching narratives to revelations providing context. The first narrative was a preface to the first edition of the Book of Mormon, explaining the loss of the earliest pages of the translation. The second narrative was the preface to the revelation now known as section 20, that is, the first 4 verses. Within this context, we must make the following conclusions. First, the first 4 verses of section 20 are not part of the revelation. Second, the first 4 verses are not the words of Jesus Christ. Third, the date expressed in Joseph Smith's historical narrative is only a formulaic expression of the date as used at the time. Fourth, section 20 cannot be used as the basis for the claim that Jesus Christ was born on April 6th. Those who have claimed that the Lord announced the date of his birth have not explained why he did so, or why it was important for the Lord to reveal the exact date of his birth. Also, why would the Lord organize his church on his birthday? Was this simply a self-appointed commemoration? Did he expect the church to celebrate his birth from this time forward? And why were the Nauvoo, St. George, and Salt Lake temples also dedicated on the Savior's presumed birth date? Were these also birthday celebrations? If the Lord thought it important to announce his birth date and align important events with this date, then why does the church continue to celebrate his birthday on the 25th of December? Shouldn't the church attach the same importance to the date as the Lord has? Or is there a better explanation? That the significance of April 6 cannot be accounted for as the date of the Savior's birth, still, the date seems to be important for our dispensation. The answer, we believe, can be found in the design of the early temples, including their dedication dates and the dates for laying the cornerstones. As we have demonstrated in earlier videos, the early temples of the church, like the Mosaic Tabernacle, Solomon's Temple, and indeed all ancient temples, faced east. This included the Kirtland, Nauvoo, Salt Lake, St. George, Logan, and Manti. Indeed, all temples must face east. An eastern orientation is required by the laying of cornerstones according to the strict order of the priesthood. This orientation of temples, according to the cardinal directions, followed the pattern established by the heavenly temple, which has north, south, east, and west gates. Ezekiel described the orientation of the heavenly temple, starting at the eastern gate. John's description of the heavenly Jerusalem followed the same pattern.